Silver stacking is unique in many different ways. It's fairly simple, but also can be very tricky. Most people, unfortunately, lose money stacking silver because they buy without understanding why or what makes silver so valuable. I always say there's no wrong way to buy silver, but there are wrong ways to sell. It's so easy to click a button on a screen and place your order, but have you ever thought what it's going to be like when you decide to sell? Or what price you're willing to sell at? How long until you're willing to sell? What platform are you willing to sell on? What type of silver are you going to sell first? Are you going to sell all at once or over a period of time? How do you even know when it's the right time to sell? How do you protect yourself from the oh so common act of panic selling? See, most people don't think about this stuff before they jump on the silver train. So in this video, I want to do exactly that and discuss the topic of selling your silver.
Connection established.
Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, so now let's talk silver. A lot is happening around the world geopolitically, and especially the banking crisis. People are worried, and rightfully so, transferring their hard-earned money into precious metals, more specifically silver. And I want to welcome you all. I want to make this video so you guys are always thinking things through. I always tell people before I buy that ounce of silver I'm looking at, I think about how I'll be able to sell that silver. It has saved me from a lot of bad decision making. So with that said, since there's so many new people entering, I want you guys to make the best purchases possible, which leads to this video. Now, before we jump into it, I want to announce a giveaway that's going on the Silver Forum. We are giving away a 5-ounce cast poured bar from the 9 Fine Mint and a 1-ounce 9 Fine Mint round. Here are the prizes. All you have to do is sign up. It's free. You can browse on here, buy and sell on here. There's lots of different stuff. They do a lot of giveaways as well. It's very educational, especially if you are a beginner. The draw is open to all forum members, including all free standard members. All you have to do is press the button, take a ticket, and enter. You will need to be signed in first. I love offering you guys chances to win free silver, especially the 9 Fine Mint 5-ounce bar is beautiful. I have one myself. It's worldwide shipping, and like always, may the luckiest stackers win. I will post the link in the description, and if you have any questions, they have tons of different moderators and lots of help on there. They even have a newbie frequently asked questions section. That rhymed. So anyways, yeah, let's jump back to the video and let's talk some silver. I want to start this video off with a question. What price are you willing to sell at? Have you ever thought about that? If silver hits $50, are you willing to throw in the towel? Or is it $100? Is it $200? Is it never? I want you all to comment down below what price you are willing to sell at. It's a tricky question because it also depends on the time frame. If silver hits $50 by next year, well, I'm sure a lot of us are planning on stacking for a lot longer than a year. But if that to you is a nice price to cash out on, or maybe take a little bit off the top and put it into crypto or whatever, is that something you're going to do? What if it hits $100 in the next 2 years? Is that a price that you're willing to sell? And if that is a price that you're willing to throw in the towel and cash out on, how are you going to go about this? Are you going to go to your local coin shop and just dump all the silver on the table like that Pawn Stars episode? Or are you going to sell online? And if you are going to sell online, where are you going to sell? eBay? Are you going to sell it back to these online dealers like AppMex? How are you going to do this? Have you ever thought about this? I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm trying to bring the reality of the situation you will be inevitably and for sure facing. We're essentially turning ourselves into a store. We will be a precious metals dealer to some extent at some point in time, whether you want to look at it that way or not. That is what's happening. So I always recommend starting that business now. Not saying you have to sell now, but make an eBay account. Name it something clever. Slayer's Coins. Don't take my name, please. I'm probably not going to use it, but think of a clever name, right? Name it that account and start selling 1 ounce every 4 or 5 months. Even longer. Could be just start selling little bits, just an ounce or something. It's not about cashing out. Just so you get some buyer or seller ratings and you get some experience on there, because then when you do plan to liquidate, you will have years of ratings. If you are planning to sell in 5-10 years, you will have years of experience compared to all of a sudden you're ready to sell and you're going to dump your entire stack on eBay. Do you think anyone's going to buy off of you if you just start selling all at once and have no seller ratings? You just opened your account last week. I hope you wouldn't buy from someone like that. Would you buy off yourself if you saw someone whose account is brand new? No. So it's not about actually selling your silver now. It's just sell 1 ounce every 3, 4, 5 months. So then when it is time to sell in 5-10 years, you will have a very reputable account. And it will be business on there. It's something that I think could be very, very handy in time if you do take this. If you're going to sell to your local coin shop, I hope you've thought it through about what they're willing to pay for certain types of coins, because local coin shops are more so they focus more on silver is silver. Doesn't care how pretty the coin is, doesn't care what it looks like. They're buying that ounce of silver inside of it. Both of my local coin shops will pay the same price for a kookaburra as a generic round because they're both 1 ounce, even though the kookaburra is much, much pricier on AppMix or somewhere. I would lose a lot of money if I sold all my high premium semi-numismatic coins back to my local coin shop. You're going to want to sell that type of silver online, and then you're cutting out the middleman, because you got to remember that local coin shop owner also has to resell that coin. So you're selling directly to the customer instead of the middleman. So local coin shops might not be the best place to sell at unless you want immediate cash. That is one of the benefits. You walk away with cash in hand right then. You don't have to wait for someone to buy it and then have to wait for the shipping, and it could be more inconvenient if you are trying to get cash instantly. So you see the pros and the cons of both. Stacking is not supposed to be complicated. Don't overcomplicate it. This is something that you don't even have to really think about for years down the line. But if you think about it all at once, that's when it becomes very stressful. And that's why I'm making this video right now. You know why this conversation got so serious for me is because years ago, someone emailed me and said, Slayer, I'm in a situation that I never thought about. This guy's older. He's been stacking for decades, right? This guy, he's throwing in the towel. He's ready to retire. He doesn't really care what the price. I think it was like around maybe the $21 high of 2016, July 2016, $21 silver or something. He was cashing out. He said, I wish I would have thought about this. He said, I've been selling my stack, but it is a full-time job and I'm overwhelmed. He said, I never thought about how much work it would take. He said it's a full-time job. Think about it. If you have thousands of ounces, even hundreds of ounces, 500 ounces, you have to take that's 5,000 pictures essentially. Let's say if you have 1,000 ounces, we'll say 3 to 4 pictures per listing. So 4,000 pictures you have to take from your phone, then send it to your email, and then drag it from your email to eBay. Then you have to write out a listing for each of those coins. So not only are you taking thousands of pictures, you're typing out hundreds of listings, and you have to respond to people, you have to ship, you have to package and ship hundreds, if not thousands, of packages. He said, I wish I would have done this over a period of a year, 2 years, it wouldn't seem like a hard job, but him doing it all at once is what was driving him crazy. And that's when I thought about this whole thing, and that's also when I thought about how serious this topic is. I mean, imagine spending all the hours and hours of watching YouTube videos and stacking and all the money just to sell yourself short at the end or make a mistake because you were unprepared. Now, me even just talking about this has planted a seed in your head, and now you have subliminally or subconsciously, already been thinking about this. When I asked what price you're willing to sell at, I'm sure every single one of you in your head thought of some number, unless you're not selling at all. If you're just going to pass it down to your kids or grandkids, which a surprising amount of you are. I've done polls in the past. I've asked, what price are you willing to sell? A lot of people said never. But if you're looking at this from an investing perspective, what is that price? Silver stacking isn't a get-rich-quick scheme, and if you think it is, then you might want to rethink what you're doing, because it's not about that. It's not even necessarily about cashing out, right? Silver is what makes you wealthy, right? It is kind of ironic that you're transferring fake money, which is fiat, to real money, which is silver, and then transferring it back to fake money. But let's look at it from that perspective as someone who's doing this for an investment instead of more as the person that's trying to put their money into something as a dollar collapses. Let's just look at it from that perspective, because that's the whole point of this video. Someone who is trying to make money from this. It's hard to tell when the right time to sell is, but I can guarantee if you're selling at $100, you will sell yourself short. Right? It's going to be, it might be a little convincing to want to, since you buy at $20, $25 and silver's $100. Of course, you're way in the green. But I promise you, silver's worth a lot more than $100. I can promise you that. So, we have articles like this, right? Silver price prediction, silver price skyrockets amid banking crisis. A lot of people are going to be jumping aboard. Like I said, welcome. And since silver is $25 right now, you might see a bit of a correction happening. And that does not mean that silver is going to just plummet. See, that's the thing people don't understand, is silver goes up and down. When it was dropping down like this, I'm sure a lot of newbies were second-guessing themselves. They saw silver up to $25, and now it's down within, a couple of weeks, it's down to $20, and they're thinking, what am I doing, right? A month and a half ago, silver was up 25. Now my investment's in the red, and it is easy to second guess yourself if you've never seen a correction or a sell-off before. But that's why I try to tell people, buy the dips, sell the tops. Don't sell the tops too early. For silver stackers, true ones, when it's going down, instead of being worried, we celebrate. We buy more of it because we know it's on a discount, and we know it's going to go right back up like it does. Right in this picture, prime example. Everyone panics. The true stackers buy because we know, what is it going to do? Go right back up. Where most people that don't have faith in silver, they need that confirmation or that validation, need to see it. But that means once it's high again, then they'll start buying again. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high. Don't buy high, hope it goes higher. That's not investing. That's gambling, right? You have to understand why you're investing. You don't need confirmation. You don't need to see silver going through the roof for you to buy it. Then you've missed the boat, right? Most people are going to miss the boat. Most people will start stacking silver since there's less than 1% of the population stacks silver. Most people, when they do hop aboard, silver will be gone, hundreds of dollars. Then they will hop aboard. Right? And we don't have to be like that. We could be the ones selling it to them, right? And that's unfortunately just how it goes. But regardless, at least we're the ones that knew about it before the curve. And I hope you guys, when that day and age comes, I hope you guys and gals learn how to capitalize off of that, and hopefully with some of the topics in this video, you will now be more prepared to do so. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Remember, the Silver Forum is doing a giveaway. Happy 9th birthday to the Silver Forum. We're winning a 5-ounce cast bar and a 1-ounce 9 fine mint round. So 6 ounces. It's one winner. Free to enter. Join, and all you have to do is grab the ticket. I'll post the link to this in the description, so you can just jump right into it. Just click join, and then you're already on the page to enter. And like always, may the luckiest stacker win. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Since I post daily videos, we're on the road to 100K, so you don't want to miss, as I'll be doing lots of giveaways as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.